Hi, this is Rhiannon from the Contract Express team. This video will show you how to apply automatic punctuation in your templates. Punctuation can be applied in different ways depending on where it appears within your template. However it's being applied, the text you're punctuating will be treated as a list. The easiest way to see this is via a text selection. Here, we have a multi-select variable with various options. We want the correct punctuation to appear regardless of how many services are selected. Thinking about the selected items as a list, you always need 3 bits of punctuation: a full stop at the end of the list, an and before the last item, and a comma separating out items anywhere else in the list. We can apply this punctuation in a few different ways. First, as a default on the variable itself. To do this, go to the Document tab on the variable. Either type in the formatting required or select from the default format drop-down. Your 3 punctuation elements should be separated by vertical lines. Preview allows you to check that your output is correct. For example, here I have alpha, beta, and gamma. If I add a 4th item, I can check that the output will still be correct. Punctuation can also be applied to fields. Simply type the word format at the end of the field, followed by the punctuation you want in quotation marks. Again, each part of punctuation should be separated by a vertical line. Finally, you can also use the punctuate function. This uses slightly different syntax, however, the result will be exactly the same. The punctuate function and field formatting can be useful if you want different punctuation in different places. You can use the same concept to punctuate a multi-line text variable. Here we have one for our client address. Since this is an address rather than a list, you'll need to alter the formatting to remove the and. You can also use the preview to type in example addresses and check the output. Next, let's look at punctuation spans. In this example, we have a list of common areas a tenant might have access to, and a text selection where the user can select from the list. We always want the output to have the correct punctuation, no matter how many areas are selected. To do this, highlight the entire paragraph and click Insert Span. Type in the word punctuation, followed by the punctuation you want. This should be in quote marks, with each part of the punctuation separated by a vertical line. You'll also need to put placeholders in using the word mark within field brackets wherever the punctuation needs to appear. In this case, at the end of each line. On the questionnaire, my punctuation is now correct no matter how I answer the question. The same concept applies where you have repeated information. Here, we have a repeat around the director name variable, but no matter how many directors there are, we always want the correct punctuation to appear. As before, highlight the text, here the whole repeat span, and insert a span. Type punctuation followed by the punctuation you want inside quote marks. Remember to include the mark symbol where you want the punctuation to appear. This should be within the repeat span. You can also combine the punctuation and repeat spans. To do this, when you create your span, simply type the punctuation part at the end of the usual repeat span. Remember to include the mark field as before. On the questionnaire, you can see that the punctuation changes depending on how many directors I input.